Hey boys. I'm sorry that this case I kind of like fucking fucked around with it a lot. Game's just pissing me off at this point. I hate the non-stop debates. Like, you guys do not understand how much I hate the non-stop debates. I think they're so fucking stupid. So, sorry about that intrusion when someone came on. You guys can tell.
Did he want us to die that bad?
No, I think he was just wanting us to work together one last time.
That's seriously so messed up.
Yeah, that's our Nagito.
You motherfuckers sullying his name. He was a great man. Jeez, and he was starting to feel completely underestimate his capacity for malice. A mind-boggling malice that threatens us even after he's died. That's the form his malice took. I had forgotten all about it until now. If he was here now, he'd probably be sneering.
However, there is one thing I still do not understand. He said he would reveal the traitor, right? Whatever became of that?
He revealed it.
He was probably planning to kill the traitor along with the rest of us.
So why did he not just do that in the first place? If he had no qualms with killing everyone, he did not have to cause a bomb scare to reveal the traitor.
I bet the bomb scare was part of the strategy behind this trick. He made us split up and search for a bomb so none of us would have an alibi. He created a scenario where any of us could have killed him.
And fucking Nagito's a genius.
He tried to make us doubt each other. And tried to hide the truth behind his suicide.
So sad.
Did he cause a bomb scare for that reason alone?
No.
He's a fucking bastard who killed himself for his delusions of grandeur. It's not that unthinkable.
Whoa, relax, right?
You are right, I suppose.
Yeah, it appears we've come to a conclusion.
Wait.
Bastard Nagito committed suicide. It was all done by him so he'd be executed.
Relax, right? Everyone just taking a little too fast.
That should be okay, right? Right?
Let's not rush into this.
You're not satisfied yet?
No, I agree that Nagito killed himself, but I feel like there's something that doesn't make sense. It's probably just my imagination.
Why? I mean, I sort of understand what she's talking about. I don't think it's a mistake to assume that Nagito committed suicide, but what I feel so uneasy about it is because we don't know who the traitor is. Or...
So what are you gonna do? Is it okay to proceed with the voting time?
Well, what else are we gonna argue about?
What do you think, Akane?
Well, there's no doubt Nagito's death was a suicide. Oh well, I guess my gut is wrong sometimes.
Your gut's been
You are
right every
right.
time.
It is not as though we can draw any other conclusion.
Then it's okay to end it here, huh?
We all gonna die.
That means we're done with this last class trial and we can leave this island, right? It's okay to reach such a happy ending, right?
Oh, you wish, boyo.
Then it's okay? It's okay to say, you've decided
I'm
on the
trying to
killer?
tell them
Understood.
No.
Then voting time.
Shut up.
No, hold on a sec.
Hold on. Why?
Sorry, just a little more. I want you guys to wait just a little more. I can't help but feel like there's still something we overlooked.
Fucking the whole.
Like who the traitor is?
Yeah, that whole arc.
But the issue here
This
is who
fucking
killed
poison.
Nagito, right? Even if we identify the traitor, the conclusion won't change.
That's true, but...
The mystery isn't just about who the traitor is.
Huh?
No matter how you look at it, Nagito's death is a suicide. But I'm a little worried, you know? I'm worried about starting the voting time while there's still a mystery.
Hey, what do you mean it's not about who the traitor is? What kind of mystery is left?
There's just one thing that doesn't make sense, and it relates to Nagito's death.
Oh, I'll still push my mic back. Hold on.
Plus, it's something even Nagito couldn't influence. He couldn't even tamper with the evidence for it.
The fuck y'all talking about? Something related to Nagito's death and something that even he couldn't have messed with.
You're gonna keep going? Here I thought we were finally finished.
Yeah, same here, boyo. Something related to Nagito's death, a piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with.
Crap!
Fuck. What the fuck? Piece of evidence. Something related to Nagito's death. Piece of evidence that even he couldn't mess with. What the fuck? Everything here is... Monokuma plushie, blood on the girder, Monokuma panels, oil lighter, MP3 player. This?
Crap!
Fuck. Is it the fucking this?
Crap!
Is it the poison? What the fuck is it? The duct tape?
Crap!
Wait, just fuck it, just do every single thing. Might as well at this point.
Crap!
Well, that's everything.
Crap!
What the fuck is it? You know what would have been really gay? If the game makes you retry the whole...
We will never give up!
Retry the whole thing from the trial if you fuck up. Now that would be hard. What the fuck is it supposed to be? Even he couldn't mess with. Who was count?
Crap!
I've literally did every single thing. This is the burned rope.
Crap!
God. How is it possible? I've done everything but the fucking thing that they wanted me to pick.
Crap!
Nice. I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this, I've done this. This. Did I?
Crap!
What the f- no.
I see!
What's this?
Is it about the Monokuma file?
Yeah, that's it.
Huh? There was something suspicious in the Monokuma file?
Why wouldn't I know that? Time of death, I guess. So she just put in the Monokuma file that Jackie's worried about is what is it? What's hidden in the Monokuma file? Hangman's Gambit. Time of death. Wait. Cock. What the fuck is happening? Oh my lord. Cause of death. I'm taking so many. This is so hard. What the fuck? Why does it get so hard? Relax, I know what it is. Cause of death. I thought it was time of death. Don't worry, I didn't look that up. Surprisingly. Actually, he's about to shit himself. I never read the fucking Monokuma. That shit is worthless. Cause of death. Fuck, my... Fuck, I'm just gonna take these out. Pause. is it E? I need that. Cause of death. I need the H. I need the T. Alright, just take the L's, whatever.
I got it!
Got it.
In this particular case's Monokuma file, there's no specific cause of death.
Not only is there a spear stabbing in the stomach, there are multiple stabbings on each side, leading to the laceration and knife impaled through his hand. That's what it says
Isn't
the
that
cause
weird?
of death.
Until now, the files always specified the cause of death.
But the cause of death is obvious, is it not?
Is it?
The spear in Nagito's stomach. It is obvious just by looking at it that it was the cause of death.
He could have been poisoned.
Maybe it's not included if it's not important enough to write about.
Well, Monokuma, I plead the fifth!
There he goes again! I'm so appalled that I have nothing to say.
But even during Gundam's case, and before during Nikon's case, the thing he purposely omitted from the Monokuma file was always the most important mystery in the case.
Are you saying that applies this time too?
Hold on a sec. Then, are you saying there's more to Nagito's death? Are you suggesting, again, that his death wasn't a suicide?
Fucking knew it.
You guys were the ones who said it was a suicide in the first
Yeah,
place.
fucking idiots.
No, I don't think it's a mistake to call Nagito's death a suicide, but...
Oh.
But, it's not just a suicide. Come to think of it,
His
did
bedroom.
Nagito really commit suicide
No,
just
he
to get us all
wouldn't.
killed?
You fucking asshole.
Are you sticking up for him?
Yeah, I am, because he's great.
That's not what I meant. I mean it in a bad sense.
Bad sense?
I just remembered that his malice always defied our expectations, and that concerns me. For example, would that malice just end here?
Huh?
Did Nagito's malice drive him to risk his life for a truth we'd reach this easily?
No, it wouldn't.
I mean, this is Nagito we're talking about, you know?
How interesting! You sure do believe in Nagito, huh? Because you believe in his malice, you continue to suspect his malice. I see. I guess that's what passes for friendship these days.
Hell yeah.
What friendship?
You love him, Hajime. You're his only friend.
What should we do, you guys? Should we proceed with the vote? I think we should keep going until everyone is satisfied, even if it's just to be safe.
You're right. We only get one chance to vote after all.
Just to be safe, huh? Guess I have no choice. If that's the case, I'll do my best to go along with it.
This is friggin' annoying. But if you guys say you're doing it, there's no way I'm gonna back out.
Hey, Monokuma, you heard us. The voting's gonna have to wait.
We've come this far. Let's work hard till the very end. If we work together, everything should be all right. That's what I believe.
Can we just fucking choose me so I can kill myself? Everyone else can
Splendid.
die too.
You guys are so splendid right now.
Fuck you!
That's right. If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you.
If all your hopes are united, no despair can shake you. Now that I think about it now, I just said the same thing. The absolute hope that can overcome any despair. He said he was yearning for that. And this situation we're in might be the thing that Naruto wanted all along. No, never mind. I'm probably overthinking. If it's not time to be. Oh, class trials is spinning.
No, no.
Man, my heart was racing like crazy. Most of the players have probably figured that out too. You're the only one who didn't know. In the right modern. Alright, you pass. Friendship is measured by how long you can stand the silence when you're all alone with someone. So I want to know the best is of best friends. Would I have to be hated then? How sad. Oh, who gives a shit? I love that part of the song. I would have ended it there, but fucking...
I'm Monami. By now, there's nothing more for me to say. Anyway, my chest is full of pride right now.
Gross.
Everyone is united against despair. That's why I will fight the only way I can. That's basically...
So if we're working together, where do we start? With the cause of death missing from the Monokuma file?
Why don't we try removing all our preconceived notions before we discuss this? In the beginning, our discussion advanced by assuming Nagito's death was caused by the spear. It's better to confirm if there are any other possibilities. That's what I think.
Other possibilities. Huh.
If something other than the spear killed Nagito, all I can think of is the knife stabbed into his hand, but...
That was definitely a gruesome wound, but it wouldn't be the fatal wound, don't you think?
If you think the cuts on his legs and left arm aren't the fatal wounds...
Are we finished already?
I feel like... it's possible that we overlooked something.
Then let's bring up whatever we can think of, one after the other. That might clear some things up.
Exactly! We should cooperate at a time like this.
That one that wasn't the spear. We don't even know if it actually exists, but if it does, we'll find out what it is no matter what. It's the fucking poison. Yeah, it's right there too.
Let us consider a different fatal wound.
It's not the knife in his right hand, right? It's not the other wounds, right?
With all those wounds, maybe he simply bled to death.
No.
There's no way he burned to death.
Was the cause of death something that cannot be seen?
Yes.
I agree with
I didn't look that up. I gotta let you guys know every time I don't look it up. That way you guys believe me.
That's it. I totally forgot about that possibility. If the cause of death was something we can't see, then we have to consider poison as a possible method.
Poison? It is true that poison is not something we can see, but why did you bring that up all of a sudden?
I remember, when I went to investigate Nagito's cottage, I discovered something really strange. Inside the refrigerator, I found a bottle of Monokuma's special poison.
Poison?
Additionally, that's a poison made specifically for killing. I see. Now that you mention it, there's no way a toxin like that doesn't relate to the case at all.
If poison was the cause of death, it would not leave an obvious wound on Nagito's body.
However, it's common for blood blotches to appear on a body that's been poisoned.
I see. You sure seem to know a lot about medicine.
What does that mean?
But, even if blood blotches appear, if the body was already covered in blood, there's no way we'd notice them easily, right?
You gotta strip him.
Did he wound his body just to camouflage them?
That's also a possibility.
But still, both of Nagito's hands were full. So how would he drink poison?
You do before.
His left hand was tied up and gripping the spear, and his right hand had a knife stuck in it.
If it was a slow-acting poison, it is possible he consumed it in advance.
No, the warning label on the bottle explicitly
I didn't
states the
think they
effect
just
is
did.
instant.
So when the fuck would he have done that?
Then it's impossible. Both his
It was,
hands were full just
it
before
was
he
in the
died.
bottles, and as we were throwing it, he was
And
sucking
this
them
is
up.
when the hardtail appears.
You're totally overvaluing that tail.
His mouth was covered with duct tape, you know. If he wanted to drink poison, how'd he get it past his lips?
If there's no way he could have drank the poison, it might be impossible. Just kidding. It's not like we're out of possibilities yet.
Are there any left?
Hell no. No matter how you slice it, he was totally killed by that spear.
Since we've already ruled out so many possibilities, it might be easier to think about what really killed him. Operation Elimination Method. The hint should be written on the poison's warning label. Maybe.
The way the poison entered Nagito's body, the answer is written on the warning label. I just think carefully and try to remember it. Logic dive? Logic. 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 Take this shit all day. Okay, baby. Let's get it going. Right in between. Bam, 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 la la ma, Alright, first question. What state was the poison in when it affected Nagito? Dude, I think it was gas. Dude, maybe it was in the bottles. Holy shit, I was just fucking around. La 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 la. Can I jump to it? No, you can't jump to it. Oh! Oh, those yellow things are checkpoints. I thought those were like speed boosts. Holy, okay, I guess I had to slow down for this part. Slow down real slow. Hajime! Wait, can I just go here? Oh, you can just go here. Like a fast route, baby. Speedrun strat. I'm going forward again. Speedrun strats. If only the jumping button was in the most awkward position. The jumping button is Y, but the fucking speed up button is A. It literally makes you have to like claw the fucking controller. There you go, that's a lot easier. How does the poison enter Nagito's body? Through his nose, through his wounds, through his mouth, through his wounds, through his nose. His nose was uncovered, was it? Easy. Don't like that. Speed booster fire!
It's all coming together!
It's all coming together!
What if instead of drinking the poison, we assume he inhaled it?
Inhaled?
It's written on the poison's warning label.
This enchanted liquid is highly potent and tastes of this low, the liquid is very dangerous when vaporized. Oh shit, vaporized.
Dangerous when vaporized. In other words, breathing in the gas is fatal.
Poison gas! Then all he had to do was breathe it in through his nose!
He breathed that poisonous gas inside the warehouse? But if poisonous gas had spread throughout the warehouse, why didn't it kill us?
Those are the sprinklers? The reason we didn't breathe in the poisonous gas, I should be able to explain the mystery too.
I see!
The sprinklers in the warehouse. Thanks to those, we didn't inhale that poison gas.
The poison gas disappeared because of the sprinklers? It wasn't the fire?
Well, this was also written on the poison's warning label.
The gaseous state is heavier than air, it breaks down in minutes, and is susceptible to hydrolysis, so it's possible for you to poison someone to death without any complications.
Of course! Hydrolysis! The chemical bonds that formed the poison were broken down by the water from the sprinklers!
Also, the poison is apparently denser than air, so it probably didn't affect us because we were standing.
But Nagito was laying down, so he must have breathed in a whole bunch of it, huh?
If it meets the requirements that well, maybe it's not just a possibility anymore.
Yeah, the true cause of Nagito's death was poisoning. The wounds on his body, the spear in his stomach, it was all to keep us from learning the truth.
So what?
Huh?
We figured out that Nagito died from poison, but so what? In the end, it doesn't change the fact that he committed suicide, right? Then enough already!
No, what did that mean that we killed him? I'm pretty sure the
Nagito
bottles...
inhaled the poison he prepared and
It was
died.
in...
Yeah.
Yeah, because how
It still sounds like a suicide.
It was us.
Well,
We were
with
the
this,
killers.
we have a clearer picture. We've also determined the true cause of death.
Those
All
poison
right.
bottles were
All
filled
the
with-
mysteries should be solved now. We should get on with the
Calm
voting
down.
time, right?
Well, but
What? There's still more?
I mean, not all the mysteries have been solved yet. In the end, Nagito's motive is still unclear. Did he commit suicide just so he could kill every last one of us? Was that really his motive? Is that really okay?
Hey, what happened? There's no reason to wonder about that stuff anymore, you know.
Oh, I bet. Nagito's motive, Nagito's malice. Is this really okay? Can we really finish this here? No, they
There
can't.
might have been an accomplice.
Huh?
Chiaki, what did you just say?
If Nagito committed suicide by inhaling poison that he brought, then why wasn't there anything that looked like poison at the crime scene?
Anything that looked like poison?
If Nagito brought poison to the warehouse, it's strange that we couldn't find it there.
Nagito really brought poison to the warehouse, and the only thing that could have been the meat on the bone, the bomb, the container. What the fuck is the container?
I see! Are you talking about the container the poison was kept in?
Oh,
Yeah. If Nagito brought it, it's strange we couldn't find that
What? I thought
container
she was talking
anywhere,
about, like-
right?
what was
Can't
used
carry
as the
around poison without putting it in a container?
Yeah, that was written on the warning label.
This looks secure by storing it in a cool place in a glass or plastic container from sunlight.
The container probably melted in the fire.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably plastic or glass, right? There's no way it'd completely incinerate. Even the plastic fragments of the fire grenades we used to put out the fire didn't completely burn up, you know?
Then, does that mean someone got rid of the container?
So that's why you mentioned an accomplice.
That is impossible. I mean, an accomplice?
I'm calling it now.
It is just two.
I was right the whole
Right.
time.
Does that
Everyone did kill
that
him.
much? I mean, even if he had an accomplice,
I'm calling it now.
it doesn't change
The
the
poison
fact
was
that
in the
Nagito
fucking-
still committed suicide.
In those containers.
You're right. Someone might have accidentally took it away from the crime scene.
Accidentally. What the fuck do you mean accidentally?
Ah, you're right. You're totally right. That's totally it.
Right? Isn't it okay to close this case yet?
Fucking assholes.
I'm not in the mood for unexpected twists.
I don't want to hurt anyone. I don't want to get hurt anymore. Hurting someone else. Everyone's tired of doubting everyone else. I also feel that way. That's why I just want to rule this as Nagito suicide. If I do that, nobody here has to get hurt.
That's
But
no good.
let him know.
Huh?
I feel like Nagito is seeing through us. By calling this Nagito's suicide, we're trying to take the easy way out so we don't hurt anyone else.
Yeah, fuck these people. Fucking always, I always
But if
suspected
Nagito
everyone.
was here right now, he'd probably be sneering at us. He'd probably say something like, "So that's the extent of your hopes."
So Nagito's ghost is whispering to you, huh?
Hell yeah.
The power of friendship bursts beyond death, huh? A fiery outcome like this is right out of a teen manga.
My
Still,
fucking-
that's pretty messed up.
Tomodachi.
Shut up! You just be quiet.
I get what you're saying, but in the end, the reason he died is still the same as before, right? Even if we solve this mystery, the conclusion won't change at all.
I mean, it'd be a suicide regardless, right?
Even if there really was an accomplice, is there any reason we should take the time to figure out who it is? Like Fuyuhiko said earlier,
Fuyuhiko.
it is possible that somebody accidentally removed the poison from the crime scene.
But I just can't imagine ending this by turning our backs on the truth.
It's fine, okay? There are some things we're better off not knowing.
No, you asshole, there's not.
And we probably just didn't notice it. Like maybe the container was hiding with the fire grenade fragments.
What? What was his feeling just now? Even though it was brief, it was like a fucking beer fucking knew it. Maybe it would have kind of just said that would be a new clue. Wow, I promise you guys, I did not. I figured this out when okay. The reason why I knew it, or like I was suggesting as soon as they said the poison, and because when we threw the bullshit into the fire, that's when I realized that somebody replaced these containers. Also, when they first picked up the containers, didn't they say it felt lighter or something like that? Somebody said something like that, and they said that a lot of the stuff was missing. The fire extinguishing supplies were missing, and all that was left were the bottles. At that point, I knew it. Like, either this is more gasoline, or this is like, you know, this is something like this is more gas, and that's what my initial thought was. It wasn't the actual fire breakdown fluid or whatever the fuck it's called. And then when they started talking about the poison and how it can be used as like a gaseous state, that's when I was like, all right, well, the only thing that makes sense is the fucking actual gas grenades, because, you know, again, like everything I just stated, it fits into everything else. So, which means the thing he used as a container was logic dive, gas grenades. Fuck, what is 3? What kind of container? The poison? Fire grenade. Fire grenade. Grenade. Wait, don't touch it. Granada. I need the end. Grenade. I don't need the R. I need an A, right? Yeah, I need a D. Any of these. Shit. Why was the last one so hard? Last one there was like so much shit on the screen.
I got it!
I got it! I fucking knew it, bitches.
I see! I got it!
Yes.
Huh?
Fuck this game. I'm just
The fire grenades! Nagito put the poison inside one of the fire grenade canisters and transported it to the warehouse.
He used one of the fire grenade canisters?
I thought he just like poured it in all of them.
Yeah, the container with the poison in it wasn't secretly taken away by someone. Instead, it was in a container that didn't need to be taken away in the first place.
It was brought to the crime scene.
As long as he put the poison in the same container he brought to the warehouse. It can be hidden with the other fire grenades we used, so there's no need to dispose of the container later.
That bastard. He totally knew we were gonna throw those fire grenades.
Which means, did Nagito exchange the contents of a fire grenade?
I just fucking
Yeah,
said
that has to be it.
When I first discovered those fire grenades, I tried to study them a little bit. The canister was completely sealed shut by a layer of aluminum underneath the lid.
You just have to peel off that seal and swap the insides, right?
That is true, but there was no sign he was even at the break room.
Hold on. Did you say aluminum?
The aluminum plastic can.
If so, then there's no mistake. Nagito definitely swapped the contents of one of the fire
makes
grenades.
sense.
Seriously? That's impossible. Miss Sonia just said so right now.
Shut up,
Sonia's
retard.
words are proof that the poison was swapped with the contents of a fire grenade.
Huh?
I already know. Give me this shit, boy.
I can prove it with
I
this.
can prove it with this dick.
Take a look. We found this under Nagito's bed when we were investigating his cottage.
Huh? That's just a piece of trash.
You thought.
No, that is not just a piece of trash. The seal I saw on that fire grenade matched this. It is the same aluminum.
You found the aluminum seal under Nagito's bed?
There's more. That's not the only thing we found in Nagito's room. We also found a gas mask and gloves under his bed, too.
That would make sense when he was transporting it.
Did
He used
he
it.
use those when he put the poison inside the fire grenade?
It's a dangerous poison after all. He took extreme caution when swapping it.
So what's the issue? Nagito put the poison in the grenade canister, brought it with him, breathed it in, and died, right? So in the end, he still fucking committed suicide.
Technically
Enough
not.
already.
Technically it was us that did it.
You're right. If the canister wasn't thrown away, then it just means that there wasn't an accomplice after all.
See, I told you. The conclusion is still the same. Nagito committed suicide. End of story.
I admit that there wasn't an accomplice. That was just my misunderstanding.
You're right.
In actuality, the truth is even more horrifying.
We killed
What
him.
did you say?
Hey, what are you planning to say now?
What the hell? Do you still want to keep going?
Is this not settled? There is no denying that Nagito's death was a suicide.
No, it's not.
Suicide.
Chiaki?
I'm sorry, but I just realized it.
Yeah, I fucking realized it way
Realized
before
what?
when I said these fucking bitches
We
killed
know
him.
Nagito used the grenade canister to store the poison.
How come no one has come to that conclusion?
So
except
when
for
was it
Chiaki?
deployed in the warehouse? When did Nagito breathe in the poison?
These retards, like when we threw
When I
it.
thought along those lines, that's when I realized
I love
it.
how she was the only one that was thinking that far.
Horrifying truth?
It probably happened at the same time.
The moment the fire grenades were brought and the moment Naruto were the same. Could that be when the fire started? When we all threw the grenades?
Are you saying it was when we all threw the fire grenades?
Yeah, I think so. When we all threw the grenades to put out the fire in the warehouse, the poison was deployed, and it converted to poison gas and killed Nagito.
If that is true, then the person who brought the poison
Was
and
y'all
spread it
motherfuckers?
was...
One of us.
I didn't even fucking touch it.
What the heck?
Okay, I
One
knew the
of
grenade I
us
touched was
threw
safe.
the poison grenade that killed Nagito?
Hold on a sec. Then Nagito was...
It would mean he didn't kill himself.
What the heck? You said so yourself.
Yeah,
you
and
said
you agreed to
Nagito committed suicide.
Then who killed Nagito?
That's impossible for
You
us to
mean-
figure out.
Who's the actual killer, right?
Do we have to actually figure it out?
Do you know?
Who prepared the poison fire grenade that killed Nagito?
Huh? The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was... The person who prepared the poison fire grenade was... Was it Nagito?
I see.
Okay. I didn't look that up.
It was Nagito, obviously. We just discussed this a few minutes ago.
Then who set the warehouse fire that caused one of us to throw the poisoned grenade?
The person who set the warehouse fire was... Nagito?
I see.
I didn't look that up either.
That was also Nagito.
Hey, how many times are you gonna ask the same damn question?
The next question will be my last. Considering all the facts up till now, why did Nagito set the warehouse on fire?
To make us throw the grenades.
I see.
Don't tell me. He set the warehouse on fire just so we'd have to throw the fire grenades?
He set the fire just so we'd put it out? Why'd he do that?
It was a trap,
A trap?
preparing the poison, creating a reason for us to throw the poison. It was all a setup by Nagito. It was all a trap to make one of us throw the poison grenade.
Seriously, I'm asking you who threw it.
How the fuck are we supposed
I
to...
don't know.
Oh god, I'm gonna drop it.
The person who threw it probably didn't know either.
Huh? Could it be... Was that Nagito's trap?
This wasn't an intentional murder. This was a murder that Nagito forced someone to do. And for that reason, he put the fire grenade that he filled with poison with the other grenades.
But how are we supposed to know who threw what grenade?
Setting up a murder nobody can solve. That was Nagito's true goal.
Damn, Nagito, what the fuck?
What? What the hell?
Nagito did not commit murder. Instead, he manipulated someone else into killing him?
What a fucking
To do that, he set a trap to force someone to kill him. The poison grenade and the fire were traps. That's why the curtain was the fire's origin point.
That's why I would have just left the fire. I'm like, fuck this shit, let that shit burn. I know Nagito was in there, but I forgot at that point.
All the fire grenades we threw at the curtain shattered once they fell to the floor. Because of that, Nagito, who was laying face up on the floor, was able to breathe in the dense poison.
It looked like he was covering his nose.
And then...
Hold on. If that's true, you can't say the poison was the cause of death.
Oh, it was.
It might be the poison's fault he let go of the spear, but the actual cause of death could be either one.
Even so, the poison is what caused him to let go of the spear.
That's right! Nagito's killer is the one who made him breathe the poison!
Let's go, Monokuma.
Are you fucking serious?
That was his trap all along. Even the wounds all over his body. It was all to mess with the evidence for what actually happened. His true goal was creating a murder that nobody can solve. He wanted to prove to us that there are mysteries that just can't be solved with educated guesses.
He probably expected that his fake suicide would be found out. After all, a mystery that can be solved is destined to be solved in the end. However, he also prepared a mystery that couldn't be solved. As you solve mysteries and bolster your hope, a huge mystery comes along and slaps you in your faces. For those of you who believe there are no unsolvable mysteries, that is when you finally taste despair. Meaning, he used all of the prior class trial verdicts to prepare this trick. Not all mysteries can be solved. Such a devious trick he played on you, as expected of Nagito.
That's totally messed up. That's so fucked up.
It is my fault, because I told you all about the fire grenades.
Yeah, it's fucking so useful.
I am so sorry.
Alright, let's get the voting, boys.
That's not the fucking issue here.
It's not Miss Sonia's fault.
Alright, let's vote him too.
This is all Nagito's doing.
No, it's not.
But what should we do? How can we even figure out who the killer is?
Everyone just vote everyone. Everyone just vote themselves. We'll get it.
Impossible?
Nagito wanted to create a scenario where we couldn't make a decision. That's why we're at an impasse.
Isn't it
However,
majority vote?
Monokuma also does not know who the killer is, right?
Oh, he does.
That's right. There's no way he'd be able to figure that out with just his surveillance cameras.
He's like, fuck you pussies. I know.
Monokuma doesn't know. His trial doesn't count. Isn't that right?
Oh, you wish.
You know, I don't actually need stuff like cheap-ass surveillance cameras or whatever.
Oh shit, he's got fucking
I know perfectly well what's happening on this island at all times.
Telepathy.
I know you used the bathroom 3 times yesterday, Sonia. And one of those visits seemed to take a while.
Please stop! I will never become queen!
How can you? You're so jealous.
Is that when she was taking a shit or was she
How
mad?
have such an awful power?
So, of course this trial still counts. Do your very best to guess who the killer is.
Yes, he says. How the hell are we supposed to do that?
Everyone just vote
Giving
everyone.
up all we can
It's a
do?
majority vote, so it won't.
No, it's too
It won't
early to
work.
give up.
Right?
Is there any way to figure out who the killer is?
Someone just take the L for the team.
Even though it's just a hunch,
Vote me,
it's
please.
possible that it's probably...
Hey, please!
There's one way, I think.
Really?
Hey, is it alright if we look at Nagito's crime one more time from the beginning? I want to make sure my hunch is correct. Hajime, please.
That's right, it doesn't mean the trial's over yet. Even though I don't know who killed Naruto, it should be clear what kind of trap is set. And I have to do it, even if it leads to despair.
I got it. Let's do this then.
Closing argument, begin! Oh God. Start. What was inside Nagito's refrigerator? My cock. We don't have it. But right before switching to poison. We don't have it. What's placed inside the break room? Ivy? What's beyond the monochrome panel? His whole body wasn't tied up. How did he support the speed? Oh my god, make that to me. Of course. I like the worst part. Alright, hold on, I gotta end it here.